old Shaun Driver, the Red Horde, hoping that everything is sounding good on your end. Computer's been refreshed, everything's plugged in, double checked, triple checked. Brendan's at the controls as always, holding down the fort, my friend. It is an important game against a club that we've had some recent history with. What's your thoughts on this one to lead us into it?
Yeah, I want to try to stay positive. Chat started all negative early this morning, and I'm just looking for a win. I would say that this is one of those teams, a big name team we have a little bit of history with. One of those teams that, if you're picking at the beginning of the season, you're going, well, I'd at least like to beat these teams. I think Sheffield United is one of those teams, and I know they're always talking smack, and I would love to see us beat them today.
Yeah, they've been a different sort of beast as of late. The early season Sheffield United, who struggled out of the gates. I mean, they've draw in their last three, but they found it, they've lost it, they found it, they've lost it again, is sort of where they've gone. In the last 6 games, they sit middle of the table, 14th overall, with 8 points in their last 6. You go to their last 10, and they're sitting at 11th. So, we're ahead of them as far as form in the last 10. We're ahead of them as far as form in the last 6, but it's a club that's not as poor as it was when we faced them early in the season. Still going to be a battle, but there's good news as far as player availability on their end. And we know what our battle of attrition has been, although it does appear, which is with 5 names, and I didn't double check, that there might be some people closer to being back than maybe anticipated, because most of them were supposed to be out until April. Should we jump into score predictions? You want to go into how big it is? Let's jump into the lineups. Let's do the lineups first, and then we can talk about how big it is as we go through the mess. You got the Wrexham lineup available for you?
Yeah, one moment.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
there you go.
I come up with some theme music before we got there. And I don't have mine up available. Where did I put it? It was up. I know who it is anyway. Oh, there it is. No real surprises. I mean, we've got the same question marks that we've had before. I guess the only change would be up front, because we've slid Dobson back in, and we'll talk about that as an option.
You don't think Broadhead being out and Windass in being significant?
Well, that's... I was more surprised that O'Brien is in the spot there rather than Rathbone coming in, although... Interestingly enough, I went to FOTMob and looked at who was the highest ranked player according to O'Brien. Yeah, it's O'Brien. Muffin Cannon, don't like him up front. Think he feels in a role in that center, that back holding midfield position. Instead of Viner, do you slide him in there? Might have been the better option. I don't know. We can talk about that, but let's just go through it, and we'll hit the question marks as we do it. Ogonkwo in goal is anticipated. Kluwerth, Hyam, Doyle, no surprises there. We've been running with them forever. We do have Scar and Brunt on the bench. I wouldn't mind seeing Brunt slide in at some point in time, but situational stuff, and he's got had some time to get his feet under him on the training ground. We'll see how it goes. The wings. So we've decided Kabore instead of Longman
this week.
Neither have been a good option.
No.
Kabore higher ceiling. I didn't realize, and maybe that's just because you lose a match and somebody's got to become the fall guy. But man, Longman took a beating more than anybody else, I think, after the loss on Tuesday. What's your thoughts? Kabore, if he finds his gear, he seems to have it. The challenge is he's found his gear maybe 50% of the time, 60% of the time, and nothing recently.
I don't know. I don't think you can blame any wins or losses on the wing backs majority of the season. The only time you could is back when I think Longman let his guy go, and that guy scored an easy open net on the backside because he didn't cover his guy, and then he got a pass to him open net and couldn't finish it and just knocked it out of bounds. He was 2 meters away. So there were a couple of games where, yeah, he blew it, but other than that, they're not the cause here. of us not being successful. Stop forcing it out to the right side as your only means of offense, right? Like as you're putting it all on them to be able to beat one or two guys. They double team Kabori the majority of the time when he's out there with the ball. So him trying to get the ball in is very difficult, at least consistently. So I certainly don't blame them.
I'd like to see him take on his man more than just default to the crosses. We'll see how that boils out. I just noticed Deandra says TNS's away game again is tomorrow, obviously, and we'll be here. Deandra and Brendan will be here for that one, and then we've got a Wednesday makeup game. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it either, but they've got their Wednesday makeup game against Swansea. As we've got 4 left in the season, we go TNS, Swansea Wednesday, and then we've got Cardiff City in the big match next week, and then Swansea to wrap things up. Swansea still chasing to try and knock on the door. They've got Cardiff City tomorrow, so we'll have to figure out Wednesday and chat offline. Going back to the lineup then for the men, Viner Dobson slides back in. He with the cast, I imagine, still on his fingers. Swoosh says, well said, Brendan. Obviously, everything Brendan says is the gospel. At least I take it as such, unless he predicts a score where we lose or draw, and then I'll correct him. But Dobson's slid in with Viner. The question I have is more so where LOB fits and where our strengths are. And you've got Broadhead, you've got Keeler Dunn available, we've got Rathbone available. And so I guess what you're saying is LOB brings more to the front than he does in the midfield, and the jump for him up front is better than Viner Dobson. I don't buy that. For me, Viner can slide out if Dobson's healthy, and you can slide in LOB back there and bring in, pick your poison, Rathbone, Keeler Dunn, or Broadhead, and put them forward. Are you happy with the holding mids? Would you swap O'Brien, or do you take our best fought mob player and say he's got to be up there to stir the drink, control the ball, and move things forward? Because that was something that we lacked in the first half on Tuesday.
I just don't think Viner's getting it done. I think you have far more options. Like you should put O'Brien in Dobson back there. Dobson be the holding, O'Brien, just those two all over the place, and throw Rathbone up front in O'Brien's spot. So I would out Viner. That's what I would do in this scenario.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp as you. I'd like to play devil's advocate, but has he been better than the first couple of games? Yes, but going from 5 turnovers in a half and then being removed at the half to only having 2 turnovers, still too many, and I just didn't think he was there. But
when you have Dobson, O'Brien, Rathbone, and Smith running around out there like madmen, good stuff happens.
It'd be sexy, right? Yeah, and that's sort of our game, is that scrappy turnover possession disruptor ball, and then turn it on the front foot and see what you can go and find. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Thomason has been. Is there anybody more important to how this Wrexham club has set itself as having Thomason slide in from the midfield on a new position, take over for the oft injured Kakache, allow for the one wing to at least be solidified? I know he's not probably going to get player of the season awards, but as far as that key cog, that glue guy who has assisted in putting us at least in the question marks for the playoffs, has Thomason been that guy?
I think he just gets edged out by Hyam. I think Hyam is the most underrated of our signings this year. I think that we would have lost so many games. Our defense was
in the back line.
An absolute mess, and I think it was Hyam's leadership back there that has solidified it. So,
and I can take that, and stepping in for Cody, who we thought was going to be that guy sliding in with the experience, who just didn't find his legs.
Max has struggled. Doyle and Brunt have had issues on that other side. And through it all, Hyam's been fantastic. I mean, you're always going to get beat, right? There's games where he wasn't fantastic, but overall, we don't win as many games as we have without Hyam. You could probably attribute a bunch to him solidifying that defense, and maybe 2 wins to Thompson for how well he played. So
To your point, John saying in the comments, if we had started with Hyam, not Cody, we'd be in the playoffs right now.
There you go.
There's probably truth to that. Probably truth to that. I think if you found Thomason over Kakache and his style of play, maybe the same as
the reason why is we don't have anyone else to fall into Hyam's spot, right? And do a serviceable job, in my opinion.
I will take that on. Thomason, you can potentially replace him with Broadhead on an offside and get something comparable.
Longman on the opposite side. Yeah, I just think you had options for the left wing back. Thomason's doing very well. Don't disagree with that. But we could look. We're not having an effective right side wing back, and we're winning games, right? Like the wing backs can help you win. Can be a difference maker sometimes, but not as much as center.
I'll take that on. And if I didn't say Longman, that's what I meant on the offside. Did I say Broadhead foolishly?
You said Broadhead, yeah.
So. Yeah, that was stupid. I mean, that was an early morning brain kerfuffle. And so I'm with you on the argument. Thomason certainly in the running. I don't know. It's close. I get your point, and it's close. If I was told to vote, I'd have a tough time doing it. The front line, interesting, more so by what's on the bench, and I guess maybe we're holding and we're going to go big late. We'll figure that one out. But Windass and O'Brien supporting Smith. Going to be a pace on the ball, find through ball, and hope that Doyle can pass out of the back, and Viner finds some way to pass, because that's supposed to be his asset, is through ball. We haven't really seen that substantially. But still emphasizing with Shaun on the 4 a.m. Brum start. I actually think it's a 5 a.m. with the time change. Or I don't know. I'll have to check it. I will do my best. Maybe just never sleep. So Windass, O'Brien, which, look, what does O'Brien bring to you? He's great on the ball. He's constantly on the move. He's a disruptor who can nick ball, intercept ball, force bad passes, those sorts of things. He has all of the skill set to be up front, except for one key important spot. The guy can't kick on goal. He can't score. He's got no thump. He's a muffin cannon. And I don't know how you put a player who's got that as a challenge up in support offensively. So that's my only drawback to O'Brien. And then obviously Smith. What's your thoughts? Are you happy to see these guys come off the bench? That normally we would have to rely on for the wins, or are you a little bit frustrated with how it all panned out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't always agree with. Thank you, Steve. I don't always agree with the starting lineups. I think there's oftentimes some better players on the bench. But again, we don't know what's happening in practice during the week. We don't know if someone's got a nick, if they're a little under the weather. I just don't know. Often it's not too outrageous. I'm not so different from what Parky's putting out. But that being said, yes, O'Brien up in what would be considered a scoring position is probably not where we should be playing him. He's proven to not be able to finish. But he proves to be super valuable. We get those quick turnovers and counters often thanks to the work that he's doing. So I think he should be out there. Just, I agree with you, not where he is.
Yeah. And so do we jump to the bad guys and see where they're at?
Sure.
The only thing I can't understand, and I don't know the story, and somebody can help me figure out what's happening, but they're missing 3 notable players from their lineup. 2 of them I can explain. 1 of them I cannot. Their starting goalkeeper is not in, and I am trying to figure out. Hold on. What that's all about. That's one that is explainable. That's an injury for him. Michael Cooper, he's got a muscle injury. He's out until early April, so a couple of weeks sidelined, and so he's being substituted by Davies. Davies has had 4 starts. He's been in 5 matches. His save percentage is 0.8 higher than Cooper, but you're taking the 33-year-old Welshman and sliding him in instead of their 26-year-old regular starter. 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss in his 5 matches. One of those being a clean sheet. So not a big drop off in goal. That one I can explain. The other one, and maybe the most interesting and significant, Femi Siriki, right back. He is he's got a red card suspension, so he's out for this one. That one I can explain, and that's probably a good news for us, for Thomason running down that left side, is he's going to have somebody else to pick apart rather than their best FOTMOB-rated player for the season. The other one that I can't explain is Tyrese Campbell. I don't see him in the starting 11. I don't see him on the bench. I don't see an injury report for him anywhere. And I don't see any news that says where he could potentially be. And 2 days ago, he was a goal scorer last week. They talk about his celebration in their goal, in one of his goals against, where they won 3-1 against Coventry. Not a bad squad. I don't know if anybody has any word on where he is, but other than that, you're looking at Bamford, former Leeds man, who's found his legs. It took him a while to get going, but he's found his legs up front. And you've got O'Hare chipping in with 9 goals. He's sliding in there. The gentleman who's jumping in, interestingly enough, too, not a lot of starts, and that is this Kijana Hoover. Only 3 starts so far this year, 347 minutes, and that looks to be who's sliding in for Siriki. We'll see how that all boils down as it goes through. The other player, Riedewald, has not had as many starts as well. He's had 16, and so he's played about half of their games. 0 goals, 3 assists so far for the year. I don't know if you've had a look at any Sheffield United games, so you can provide any insight. I can't. I don't know if you found anything.
I have watched a few. I mean, I think right now with their form, the games won and lost with Bamford. I mean, Davies, Tanganga make a big difference. I think Sheffield United fans would presume that Hammer has been well below what they expected all year long. So if he continues, I expect him to continue to sleep his way through this season. So presuming he's not the guy he used to be, then he's not a worry. If he played half as good as he did last year, then he'd be a problem and we'd be talking about him, but we're not. They have a lot of talent up and down the line. Like you said, O'Hare, Burrows, Peck, all guys that make a difference.
That can do it.
Problem I'm having is the picture that I have up with their lineup from X just has me staggered. They have a picture of a player who looks like he's on the poster of a rom-com with that like stare off into no man's. What is that? Why do you put that picture in? Who's doing their PR?
It's the longing search for points.
Oh my goodness. Distracting.
Part-time model, full-time football player. So yeah, interesting. Anyways, I don't look. This is what have we learned from Wrexham over the course of our whatever it's been 4 years, 5 years, is whenever we have the opportunity to put ourselves ahead of the game and to assert ourselves and to establish ourselves as in a position at the top of the standings, we end up dropping it at this point in time, making it a challenge. It's the Hollywood script, and then we rise from the ashes and assert ourselves and move on up. I don't know if we can do that in the championship. I don't know. We haven't seen it from this core group that's changed it substantially, but it has been the Hollywood Wrexham Reds who have found a way to get it done. And so it's almost exactly to script. And so I look at this game where we played like absolute garbage for the first half on Tuesday. Maybe the first half, worst half we've had since the takeover. And now you've got a solid team that has lots of talent and a challenge on the road again. I almost think, though, that the way that the script works is we're going to come blasting out of the gate and play one of our better games. And so for me, as crazy as it is, I think I'm going to go with a 2-0 in control, looking solid result here, because I expect them to come out of the gates hungry for this one and desperate for this one. I that's the sense I have, and so I appreciate the chat was negative. It sounds like you might not be as excited about this one, but let me know, what do you think is the potential outcome today?
I think you're spot on. This is what we do, right? We lose the ones we thought we expect we should win, and the on away against Sheffield United, wouldn't be one that you'd expect necessarily a win on. But these are the ones we go out and then we oftentimes look, at least for one half, considerably better. And then you were like, okay, we can do this thing,
John just screamed in the chat. Well, didn't scream because it's all in caps, but highlights that is the script. Didn't get much help around. I mean, I guess the Ipswich draw, Millwall draw, is that what we're looking for? Is just split the points if they've got to play each other? Or were you hoping you could just keep one of them to lose points and let one of them kind of go on a run? I don't know. Birmingham couldn't help against Derby County, losing 1-0 with a goal just at the end of the first half. And Blackburn Rovers, for what it's worth, stealing a draw. They outshot 13-5, shots on target 3-1, possession 71% to 29%. Corners were 11-3, all in favor of Middlesbrough, but a 0-0 draw. So as far as the standings go, some assistance around maybe. Millwall now at 69 points. If we think we're going to be trying to chase them down, we can be within 6 points of them. The big one, while we're watching the scoreboard, Hull City hosting Sheffield Wednesday. Man, could we take a surprise or a shocker there? That would be amazing. Southampton's hosting Oxford United, so that's where the cheering squads are on the out of town scoreboard. 8 a.m. kickoff for Southampton. 8 a.m. for me, so that's the same time, 3 p.m. out there. We'll see where it's at. Denise reminding everybody, smash that like button. 17 likes, 56 people watching. It looks like the tech stuff that I've not stuffed it by having to refresh and get us into this, so hopefully we're there. 6 minutes away from kickoff. As you look at the scoreboard, look at the table, is this still, we're looking at Hull City as the target? Do we think that Southampton's, I mean, we've got a match against them still. That probably on April 7th, the most important match of the season. They will have a thinner side. They play today. They play Arsenal, and I don't know whether they ship it against Arsenal and put in a bunch of their backups to see where it's at, and then they go to they come to us, and then they host Derby County. So they've got an important run of games here, which will line things up, because the remainder of the season, Swansea, Bristol City, Blackburn, a tough one against Ipswich and Preston to wrap it up. Are we just looking at Hull City, or do we think we've got an opportunity here to pick apart Southampton and chase them down as well?
I think Southampton's going to be difficult. I would just focus on getting past whatever number Hull City puts up. I expect Southampton to keep rolling the rest of the year, but
yeah, the only reason why I'm thinking Southampton is because of that 6-pointer on the 7th. Because if you're able to control that, we at least control our destiny. What do I expect? I expect it's got to be Hull City, because we'll have a chance to assert ourselves, and that's where we have that hitch step. And so we'll have to see where it goes. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff here. I'm going to take just 2 minutes. I'm fighting a bit of cold here. The joys of helping Nat out has made me a little bit under the weather. So I'm going to go and grab some tissue. So I've got it available for the half. If you want to carry us through for the next 4 minutes as we take a look to zone this one up in Canada, not take over just briefly.
Sure, I got you. All right, now I can get back to the chat. Dom Uva, welcome from South Carolina. Haven't seen you in before. Lockie from NYC. I think I've seen you at least once in the chat. I see Giselle and Deandra. Of course, Dave, John Olson. Nice to see everyone. I saw Swoosh earlier, and who else? Sci-Fi J, RKO was in super early. Tesla's Little Miss Eza. So welcome, everybody. I think we're going to do well today. Sean's back quicker than I expected. I'll pump him in before we get the main screen up.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, there. That's what it is. RKO's saying that Campbell's out with a hamstring.
Excellent. Thank you for all of those details. I couldn't find.
Good work, RKO.
I couldn't find that on my Google searches while I was panicking. Why can I not get the bloody audio to work here? Can't connect. Well, desperate times ask for desperate measures.
I will throw it to you for this. Let me know when the game starts.
There. Do I just want to check that I got you in my ear?
Yep. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Good news is I've got virtually set up, but I don't have you in my ear. Let's try this other side. Maybe it's just this. No, I've got you. There you are.
Okay.
All right. We are under control. Everything's all set up. I just got to get it, and I'm going to look like I'm looking at the moon again for this one, but that's fine. Wrexham in the Patagonia, white and blues. I can't tell if it's raining or not. Somebody suggested that it was because I'm too busy looking at all that smoke. When the big clubs come to town, Sheffield United likes to put on a show at home, and facing the enormous Hollywood Reds, it's time to put it all out there. Samuel Allison, the referee. That's not a familiar name to me. Looking at the record by club and when we last saw him. Vietnam is in the house.
Add that. Is that a new one?
That's a new one. Amazing. It has been a while. 5 matches with Mr. Allison, 2 wins, 3 draws. Ooh, red cards and penalties all over the place with this man. He's done two yellows into a red. Last time we saw him was back in the FA Cup, and then he's been in the National League way back in 17-18. So we haven't had him in a while. And we're underway. Windass gets it back. Last time we saw him, 2023, first round of the EFL Cup, a 4-2 win over Wigan. And then you have to go all the way back to 2018. Leyton Orient in the National League. Hyam heading back, chests it forward, knocks it forward, and now the ball continues to move. It's up, and Sheffield in control early. That was O'Hare on the left-hand side, number 10, buzzing around, and it's going to be O'Hare as the sneaky midfielder looking to support Bamford. And now we've got ping pong through the right side of the field, and we're on the sky cam, so it's going to take a while to identify the opponents. Peck has it, slides it over. Burrows slides it forward. Bamford has it 18 yards out, crosses, ball skews loose, and Kabore's there to collect it. He's under pressure, looking for options, and does a nice little job of control in front of Bamford and gets knocked out, and we'll take a throw in. Yes, blue and white, Patagonia Reds for us. Red and white with at least Sheffield with those hoops has put a solid back so you can see the numbers. As Kluworth gets us back underway with a throw in over top. Smith not able to jump and get his head on it, and it's headed backwards. Ping pong ball through the other way. Viner heads it down, collected there by the center back Bindon, who leaves it for Davies, and it's a sky ball back underway. Knocked down. Doyle controls it. Thomason, left-hand side. Back to Doyle on the far side. Pressure is on. Dobson, he gets challenged, loses the ball. 4-on-3, turning the other way, running forward. Great tackle. That is textbook work by Hyam. All of the things that Brendan said about his importance on display right there is just calmly, coolly in the box, slaps his foot on the ball, takes it away, and walks forward. And not just to clear, maintains possession, allows us to set up and try to go the other way. Now, I say that, but they bring it all the way back for him to be everything and control it. Ogonkwo. RKO says, I looked a tad late on the tackle. Too early to allow for that, right, though? Viner out muscling his man, but can't get the pass forward to Windass. It's just scrambling through the midfield, looking for options. The pressure just forcing passes a little bit too quick. So it's a long ball forward to Smith, who's onside. Can he get to it before? He can. Nobody there, so he just takes smart play. Takes the knock in the corner because there's nobody up there in support. And so he's either got to hold up and wait up against the goal line on a chase. And he just says, you know what, I'll bounce it off the defender and take the corner. And so we'll have a right. Oh, I guess Rathbone's not on. So who are we going to go with on that far side? LOB? Inswinger? Windass? Dobson, short corner, doesn't matter. Lewis O'Brien, 18 yards out, right foot blocked. Thumped on the block, and it's all the way back. And Thomason has to send it to Ogonkwo to settle it down. He gets rid of it. Lots of jerseys forward. Smith in the area, can't get there as it's headed away. Man, if that's the contact that's going to get fouls, we're in for a long game of where there's going to be lots of fouls on Sam Smith if that's something that gets a foul. Riedwald slides it to Peck. Back to Riedwald. Pressure from us going the other way. They got to go back to Davies to collect, and he's settled down inside of his area. 4 minutes on the clock, coming up to 4 minutes and 5 seconds right here for you, Brendan. Waiting for Davies in 4:10 right now. Knocked down O'Hare with pressure. Dobson settles it down nicely. Heavy pass back to Ogonkwo, but he's able to get there and recycles up to Doyle. Doyle to Lewis O'Brien. Lewis O'Brien up to Thomason. Thomason pressure on him, running down the line forward, slides it over to LOB. How did he get it past those two guys? But we maintain control, and there's a long ball. That's not for Smith, although he might be able to run onto it, as I thought. That was more for Windass, and it's slapped out, and we'll take a throw. And does Viner do the long throw? And Tanganga in the mask. Dobson, 45 yards out. Pass forward, not a good one, and it's easily intercepted. And here they come the other way. Three quick passes, and now all of a sudden it's a 2-on-2. Hyam's back. Doyle scrambling to get back there. Pass through the middle of the box. Bamford in there, 3 yards out. He's got to curl around. He had Kluworth come over and fill in nicely from the left side. And now it's going to roll out, and Thomason's going to grab it. Bamford and him are going to battle. Little caught in the legs. We maintain possession. W&G, how are you, my friend? They call RKO. They called that a foul. He breathed on his neck. That's talking about the Sam Smith foul. Yeah, sort of a scary start if that's what's going to be called. And I don't mind it if it's the standard, as long as it's a standard both ways. The back line looks capable today as far as they're filling in. Kluworth picked up the man running across the face of goal. Hyams had his tackle in. Doyle maybe out of position on that, getting a little bit too high on that turnover, but it is what it is. Throw that one around, so you never know what's going to happen with the scramble there. Smith being grabbed, flicks it back, no call, kick there, and we'll take the corner. Oh, I thought it was for sure that was going to go out, but it didn't. It bounced all the way across goal, and Sheffield's able to collect it. Bounces off of a leg. Kabore stabs it to Viner. Viner tries to advance it on. Dobson collects it, settling it down. LOB, and he gets pulled down, and there's a free kick. 25 yards out. Excellent. I'm happy to hear it. It's nice to have the mob continue to show up as Southampton goes up 1-0 on Oxford. W&G there with the early report. I appreciate those reports, W&G, but I only want good news today. Can we get a shocker from Oxford, please? Windass taking this one. It's got to be, right? Doyle sitting there lining up with the left, but Windass on the right. 5 in the wall, or 4 in the wall and 1 just off. Have a crack. There it is, driven into the wall, bounces out, and we'll take a corner instead, and that'll be Dobson going over to serve that one up. You just have to remember, DeAndre, 18-yard box, and then from there, I count 5 yards approximately, 4 or 5 yards for those, the shades of the green, right? You got 6 yards there. 6-3, I guess it's 6 yards. 6, that gets you your 18 with 3 strips. So I use the green. If it was a solid green field, I'd be really screwed. 25 yards out, Windass serving at far post. He's got body there, but Davies able to go and collect as if that was left. Sam Smith was standing there ready. There is a method. I don't just do it blindly. And I don't know if they're all 6 yards or not. And eventually you kind of just get to a feel. Dangerous now. Hammer into the area, cross all the way across goal. O'Hare has it at his feet, drives it back, looks for a right foot, go off to the left foot. It's slid over. Burrows left back all the way forward, chipped in, far post. Dangerous, headed down, loose ball, knocked free. And Dobson grabs the extra clear, but it doesn't, ricochets off, doesn't get clear. Hever over on the right-hand side. Brooks now with it at his feet, slides it over. Peck now. It's up, cross all the way, and it's a useless ball. The away section not full. Excuse me, on a Saturday match. Surprising to me that we're not using our full away allocation, it looks like. Ogonko to get us restarted. 9 minutes, 10 seconds. 3 stripes to the 18-yard box. Yep, RKO's got it. Denise has got a cast. He had a broken bone and put a surgery on it. Nice little pass. Oh, horrible touch, though. Windass lost it on his feet, and it gets smashed off the ankle of a player by a Sheffield United player by his own teammate. And he kind of looked back and raised his arms in disgust, like, what the hell were you doing? Hyam with it, in control. Dobson, heavy touch, but able to maintain it. Nice pass forward. He's got space now to go on a run. Dobson across the midfield stripe. Over to Lewis O'Brien. He lets the ball run, picks it up, and then it's crossed all the way over on the switch to Kabore. Kabore, far post, too heavy, missed, touched, and we're calling for the throw-in. Doesn't go our way. Too heavy, too hard by Kabore. Like, that wasn't close. Maybe he was expecting more instead of Smith, but Smith can't jump that high. Thomason tried the sell job on that to get the throw in. Didn't work. They've missed a pass, but it skips past and it goes to Hammer. Hammer slides it up to O'Hare. Lots of space over on this side. Now it's Clueworth. Hyam goes down, wide open in the box. We're in trouble. Bamford misses to the right. Hyam's up saying, where the hell was the foul? I don't know if he got tripped up or if he tripped himself up, to be fair. I wasn't watching that side of the screen until all of a sudden I noticed that he went down. So I'll have to watch the replay. And I see him raising his hands, potentially screaming offside, not foul. No, and I don't think he was on. I think he was onside. Yeah, I think that would have counted. Check your boots, Dom. Kabore pushes past, maintains control on the goal line. He's got space, sort of a chip back up in the air, but not too far away, too close to Davies, and he's able to just grab it and control it, knock it down, and now he's going to direct. Whew. What a miss by Bamford. We'll be watching that one depending on the outcome, because that could have been an early goal. And was Heim just a slip there for you, Brendan?
No, Bamford ran into the back of him. He went down pretty easily. Bamford tried to cut in behind him and, bumped into him. Again, I don't know. I can see letting it go. I mean, it did cause him to go down, but I don't know how they rule incidental contact.
Well, I think incidental contact depends largely on where it happens on the field as well. Goal scoring opportunities, you've got to call that down. You see that quite frequently where the offensive player is not given as much leeway as the defensive player. That's my take on the game anyway.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I honestly don't think he was trying to take him out or touch him at all. He was looking back at the ball, and Hyam slowed up, and he ended up running into the back of his legs.
Yeah, interesting offside call on Smith there, but whatever. They're back underway. I'm wondering if your replays too. I think you guys have the same ones as we do through Sky on Paramount.
I am more than 10 seconds behind you.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Because maybe that lets you have a look as to what happened, because I didn't see it on the replay. He was already going to ground on the replay and didn't seem to have anybody around him, which is why I thought he just went to ground on his own. But we'll come back and figure that one out. And so, yikes, Oxford.
Yeah.
Not making things happen.
Bamford had been on his left side, slowed up, tried to circle around to get on his right. And that's while he was looking over to his left, he ended up clipping the back of Hyam as Hyam slowed down.
Yeah. Taganga, he's able to advance it forward. Nice touch there, but it's turned over on a bad touch by O'Hara. That was Hammer who got it forward nicely. Now Kabore is on the counterattack, running forward, advances it to Windass. Ball's too heavy and just loses it, and it's Burrows who's able to collect it and slide it forward. 45. That was Bamford all the way back. All right. Long run now for Sheffield as they advance the ball forward. It's over to the left-hand side. Hammer. Hammer and O'Hare are buzzsaws in the midfield. Just jitterbugs all over the place as Kabore. Lots of space to run it forward. He's got 3 jerseys over on the other side. He's taking on his man just outside the 18-yard box. 9 yards out, crosses there. It lands for Windass. Right footer! Got more on it than I thought. Got an opportunity where I thought it wasn't going to be there. But Windass just smashes it right on goal and right towards the goalkeeper. Just Davies has to fall to the ground and collect it. I think it might have hit something on the way through and took the thump out of it. I'm impressed that he got the turn on it. I'm not impressed with the weight behind the shot, but an opportunity is an opportunity, and at least we're digging around.
He had to cut that back so much. I think it got up on his shin a little. No, just didn't get it. It was on his foot.
Scream there for a foul on Brooks by the Sheffield United fans with the appeal. Moore is doing. It's an interesting one from the official today. Mr. Allison, because he's called some real soft stuff and then he's let some other stuff slide. It's kind of hard to figure out what the standard is right now.
Sheffield is diving a lot. They dove in the box on a cross trying to draw a foul that wasn't anything.
Davies comes up and grabs that in front of Lewis O'Brien. RKO has had the view. It was clean through, but not. I think he meant not a hard shot.
I thought he meant like it's difficult to take that.
Oh, shot. A difficult shot. Yes.
I don't know. We're both guessing.
Sci-fi still hears the Finkelstone tinkle toe sound effect when Ogonko does the diggy before he delivers the ball. Long ball through, just gives it to Sheffield United. He's got to put it in the mixer where we've got Kit around. No point just delivering it straight to the center backs. As there, it's Riedwald who gets it over to the right-hand side. Turnover there. Viner's got under control. Windass now. He lets the ball run, turns on it to go pick it up. Kabore over to the right-hand side, 9 yards out. Cross coming up through the air, straight on to Riedwald, who's come back in defense, and now it's a loose ball, and Sheffield United collects. Presses on from LOB. Windass with the press on, and it's a long ball down the wing, headed forward, and collected by Viner. We're better through the midfield. There's been cleaner touches and more passing and the ability to find people. So I'll take that. Hard to take. Yeah, got it. Windass now. Switch. Ooh, tried to get it to Thomason. It gets deflected, but goes to him in any event. But Thomason has to slow down, so everybody's sort of recycling and resetting themselves around as it goes all the way back to Dobson now. Dobson. Windass. Still working on the left-hand side. Doyle, tough pass, lost it. Now we got to get going. Get on your horse, Doyle. Too slow getting back, sir. You shouldn't be the last man. Why are you jogging? Doyle fancies himself a wing back as he now has it. 30 yards out, and a long switch over to Smith. Nobody in support, so Sam Smith take on the whole team. Lays it off, right footer. Windass. Whiff. Swing and a miss on that right footer from 18 yards out. Now it's Kabore. He's got Smith out front. He's got LOB. He doesn't like his option, so he holds up just a moment longer. 2 men on him. So he's going to go towards the line. There it is. Cross. Deflects. Davies collects. Nothing. Did you see Doyle jogging back there?
No, I have.
That was disgusting to me. You're bad pass turnover, and he sits there and raises his hands, and he's in a frump, and then he goes on the slow motion jog. I'm sorry, dude. It's 3 out the back. You got to get on your horse. If you're going to move forward, I'm all for it, but you got to get back. And there were 2 other players. Dobson was one of them. I didn't see who the other one was. Just shot out of a cannon trying to get back in defense, which is great on a counterattack, but I don't like the fact that Doyle at 18 minutes is sitting there on a slow jog. Something to replay in the video room. John Lane, I don't know why I have this vibe that Kabore crosses first and figures out whom it should have gone to after the release. Viner not happy that it said it came off of him. O'Hare goes back and collects it on the throw-in. And now it's with Riedwald. Long searching forward. Whoa, Cleworth. Hand on the chest. That was getting close. Close to a little too much, but the official lets it go. Taganga, right-hand side. Riedwald up on the right to Brooks. Brooks and Riedwald, they don't overlap, but Brooks keeps it. He's 20 yards out and just dancing with the ball. Draws it back. Riedwald, right-hand side. Hoover. Slides it through, great pass. O'Hare, dangerous, over in front, and missed again. Ooh, Burrows, right foot, and he shot it. If that goal was a foot and a half over the other way, it'd be 2-0. That one not as good as Bamford, but Doyle too far forward again. And that's just their midfielders, O'Hare and Hammer, more so than Brooks. They're running a 4-2-3-1, so they've got O'Hare in the middle with Hamar and Brooks on the left and right. Causing trouble. RK was with me. That was a bit risky, Max. It was one of those ones where you're like, not too much, just enough. And he played the weight perfectly. Just a small touch on granite. It's like the curling controversy all over again, right? No big deal. Viner with it. 35 yards out. Long switch over to Kabore, who's now 18 yards out. Cross, far post. And again, too heavy. Somebody give him a Charlie horse. Punch him in the thigh a couple of times so he just can't get the weight on it. Hyam steps in front of Bamford, wins that ball, and it's over to Viner. Viner and Windass play catch, and then now left-hand side, Doyle, Dobson.
I don't think your kids are going to appreciate your teaching method.
Physical pain to slow them down. Don't just learn the lesson. Learn the lesson.
Bleed through it.
Yeah. Just rub some dirt on it afterwards. You'll be fine. Crossing my fingers for the eldest has probably the biggest audition he's had a chance for. And if he can knock this one out of the park. He had a big one last week and went to the final 2 and doesn't look like he got it. But the one that he's got now would be something else. You would be seeing a lot of him. Left-hand side.
Baywatch. Gonna see a lot of him in a bathing suit.
Brand new show on Hulu. Pilot's been approved, and he would be playing the younger flashback version of the main character.
Wonder Years all over again.
And there's some pretty big names in it, so it's kind of a cool little gig that would be ground floor first episode after the pilot. Fingers crossed. I don't know how much I'm. Battle through the midfield, collected there. Peck doing a dance, and he finds support over in Hoover's run all the way over from the right-hand side. Brooks, 9 yards out. He's got Thomason there. Dobson's marking Hoover. 9 yards out, looking for a cross. They decide not to take it, and it's over to Reedwald. Reedwald returns it back to Brooks. Brooks searching, looking for options, doesn't find them. Reedwald now. He's found an option over on the far side. It's dummy. Just left it to roll on to see if it could go to Bamford in behind. Can't. And hey, Sheffield Wednesday. What are you doing? Don't get my excitement up. Give him a stage name. You know what? His stage name is, he's adopted my middle name and is going with it. So that's good enough for me. Oh, and W&G reported it before I saw it pop up on the screen. So let's give credit to W&G for the shout. Is trouble here. Oh, Kabore comes back with a nice little tackle on a dangerous opportunity. And, you know, for as much as there's been control in the midfield and we seem to be okay, we are not doing well defensively. Well, I mean, the scramble defense has been there, but just too many opportunities kicking around. And it's just, we cursed it. Hull scores back 1-1. Just when they got my hopes up.
Jesus, Max.
Crooks, the man who was suspended in our match, is back. Oh, come on. I've lost a monitor, which is...
I don't know how Peck goes down there. Like, it has to be a dive. Like, how you can't be that uncoordinated.
Yeah, I don't know. Easy clear there. Can we get it forward? Smith isn't going to chase it, and Taganga is going to go all the way back because it's the pitch is starting to tilt a little bit. M says I've hit like early in case I have to slap my laptop down. Pass that missed Bamford there, and Kabore, he's going to go back and collect it. Viner's open, finally finds him. I was like, find the outlet. And then Viner smashes it off the referee's face. That'll learn ya. All smiles there. Viner's going to get it and will gain possession. And bonk, right off the noggin. Kabore. Back pass, not a good one to Cleworth, but nobody pressing, so Cleworth able to kind of stand in the middle of the pitch. He just bumps it over to Hyam. Doyle now. Looking to advance it forward. Has Thomason. He was running a curl route, but the pass didn't squeeze through. Taganga collects it, and here comes the Blades again. West Brom. West Brom is so hot and cold right now. They look great. They look like crap. They look great. They look like crap. You never know what you're going to get. Burrows draws it back. Bindon to Davies. LOB got his head on it, but not enough mustard on it. Couldn't get it to Smith. Bindon through the middle. Windass interfered enough, Clueworth interfered enough, but not enough to knock it off the feet of the Blade player. And so he went back and collected. Now Dobson has it in the middle of the pitch. Dobson slides it back to Hyam. Hyam, left-hand side, Doyle. Searching for options. O'Hara. The press has settled now from the Blades. They're now falling back a little bit more and gives us an opportunity to get through the midfield, but we're not cracking it as now they've advanced it forward. Hyam there. Nice little step up, interception in front of Bamford. Is there a forward who pouts as much as Bamford when he doesn't get a touch on the ball? A little bit of effort on that one potentially could have caused us some problems, right? But instead, he just throws his arms up, has a little bit of a pout, tosses the dummy out. Toss the dummy out the pram. And stands there, and so we're given a free pass to try and get it cleared. The man seems to be allergic to running, which got to be frustrating for O'Hara and Hummer, who bust their ass in the midfield, and then you've got this lazy fuck who stands up front. Knocked out, and we'll take a throw in on a sort of mistaken clear by Taganga. Let's do something with this. 28th minute. It's over to Viner. 40 yards out, slides over to Clueworth near the midfield line, advances it forward. Kabore has space. Clueworth comes up and assists. 25 yards out, gets it to Clueworth. Clueworth, was going to give it back, curls instead, and now he's got it 20 yards out and draws it back all the way to Dobson. We're going to refresh over to the left-hand side. Slid in, too heavy. Can Kabore get there and save it? He's got space, got time, settle it down, put it back into the mixer. There's the cross, up in the air, headed! Just missed! Center back jumps up to go and get it. Bindon misses it, and it's LOB shocked that it missed Bindon's head and was right there to be taken, and he couldn't get. It's one of those ones where you blink and man, QPR laying the boots to Portsmouth early. Bindon up, misses, and LOB with the foot, with the head. It doesn't matter. It's muffins all day. Dandra, don't worry, LOB. We were not shocked. Well, big miss for them, big miss for us, and we go again. John Lane cleansing breath. Foul there, 35 yards out. Hyam a little bit too much man. Bamford. The laziest man in football. A little bit of a bear hug. Free kick. 36, 37 yards out. It'd be some kind of wonder shot to have that one. Hamer's looking at it, searching for options. Everybody spread out just around the 18-yard, the edge of the area. And it's going to be over to the right-hand side. Brooks is there, heads it back towards the middle, and is it going to go out? No, it's kept in. Bamford able to collect it over on the right-hand side, draws it back. Brooks with it. Taking on Thomason, draws it back. Peck now slides it forward. Hoover all the way forward from the goal line, cut back pass. Kabore got to get ahead on it, and he does. I would have liked him to flip it behind him, but instead he goes and gives up a corner. Could he not have just bumped that up over and had it search for the touch line rather than put it out into, I don't know. Would have been a tough one. Especially he's got foot. The sound of feet behind him. Footsteps. Right-footed in-swinger. Sheffield United. It's up. It's far post. It's the players there. Down. Loose ball. That's kind of just got ate up by the defenders and everybody falling to the ground. It didn't get to Ogonko. But that was just mob defense. It comes all the way back and Davies collects it. It was LOB. It was his inner thigh. He had the man marked, and it looks like it just got headed down. Oh, he might have even got the first touch on it with his right foot in front of Brooks. Knocked it down, kept it there, swept it away. And Sheffield United, I don't like where the pitch is tilting at the moment. Bindon has it. Taganga collects it, right-hand side. Brooks. LOB gives him a lane. Dobson there now. Both slide in front. It's drawn back. Riedwald. Cross, wide open goal. Fuck. Offside.
Dad, I did an orange.
Did they call it offside?
You did what?
I did the orange poo.
You did an orange poo. Okay.
And a green poo mixed.
And mixed together? You're not feeling good, are you? How's your tummy?
And I need to help wiping my bum.
Okay. I got to attend to something here, guys.
Did they call it offsides? Yeah.
They called it offside, yeah.
My tummy's okay.
All right. I am so far behind, guys. It's like a 20-second difference between Shaun and I. So I am going to be way off. Yeah, the guy was offsides. They're showing the replay for me. It's a good header by him, though. I'm seeing a corner now by Hammer. I know you guys probably have already seen the result of this, but ball's headed out, I think, by Smith. No, it was Dobson, maybe. I got O'Brien with the ball, boots it ahead. Lindos unable to get a hold of it. Ball's being booted around at midfield, nothing happening. Well, Sheffield United pushing forward. Moving around, they start rushing forward, nothing. Max looks like he has cement shoes on. I mean, everyone's just running by him like it's easy.
Corner with it. He's got pressure on him from Brooks. Have they swapped their wings as Brooks is now running on the left side and didn't swap back? We'll keep an eye on that, whether him and Hammer switch spots as that gets knocked out, and that should be a throw-in for them. Bindon with it over to Davies. Haven't tested the Welshman enough. It's a Reedwald pass forward. They're collecting it, and it's Taganga now all the way back to Davies. Davis slaps it forward. Hyam there. Got the first touch in front of Bamford. Got the second touch, but the ball's free, and we're in trouble. Over to the right-hand side. O'Hare has it left-footed. Nothing on it. And Ogonkwo collects and rolls it out. We can't go with this many missed opportunities. The ref is just discombobulated, right? I don't think the standard is set. I don't know what a foul is and what a foul isn't at the moment. It's always a nervy place to be. Corner while the replay happened. I don't know how did that end up as a corner in any event. We're defending a corner that's going to be taking a right-footed outswinger from Hamar, who swapped wings with Brooks. Hammer. Middle of the pitch, high ball. Hyam goes back, heads it on, but doesn't clear it all the way out of the box. It's put back into the mixer, and there's Dobson, like a wrecking ball, at least gets it out of the area, and O'Hare collects it. Kabore not able to intercept it. There's the cross. It smashes off of Dobbo's backside, and it'll be another corner from the other side. Mardi Gras, time to panic. Ah! Deandra, sorry, but we are not playing well. Hamar, right-footed. Far post, up in the air. Smith climbs the ladder, gets his head on it. Windass helps it on, but it doesn't get far enough. It's 25 yards. Hoover's right foot. Had an attempt, liked his chances, but Ogonkwo collects. Two skips and easily collected by Ogonkwo on that offer by Hoover. And here they come again. On my own. Going down this dusty road. Oh, my God. Just straight through the middle. Bamford missed touch. Able to get stabbed away, but they collect it again in the midfield. Advance it forward. Playing catch with it. It's over to Brooks, left-hand side. 25 yards out. Leaves it there. Red jerseys moving forward. Peck with it. Brooks now. Slides it over. Hamar puts it through the middle of the area. Right-footed. Attempt. It's stopped. Blocked. Not going to go out for a goal kick, and so Kabore's got to touch it, gets a little lazy with it, and it's going to go out for a throw. It was a Wrexham throw, but I don't blame Sheffield United. The referee was pointing the other way as though it was a Sheffield United throw, and now they've got it right, but the referee was pointing the wrong way. That's why I was sitting there confused, being that's a throw-in? But the official drops the ball on that one. Announcer's curse said the words that nobody wants to say. And I won't be repeating them. And there's another foul. Samson. That one I'll take RKO. Compared to all the other ones, that one at least was a foul. Push and a jump. And he did go down quickly, but there was a push there. Right foot blocked, and is it going to go for a throw? It does. 2 yards away from goal. Yeah.
That guy dove down.
He went hands up onto him. Jump up, go get the ball, or don't. Taganga draws it back to Bindon. Middle of the pitch, he's going to go back even further to Davis. 42 minutes coming up here, 3 minutes plus. I don't think there's going to be a lot of added time. 1 minute, maybe even. Have we seen anybody go to ground? Any delays? It's got to be one. And there's Bamford running over Hyam, who goes down a little easy. And Bamford's holding his neck like he's suffering whiplash. He's the most annoying footballer I've seen in a while. Especially for a guy who doesn't put the effort in. He's Liam Miller as a striker. A turnover. Can we do something with it? Dobson, LOB, Dobson, Thomason, left-hand side, running forward, curling on his man, gets knocked out, throw in, 35 yards out. Throw in. Knocked free. Opportunity there. Oh, he tried the short corner sneak, but Davis was there, able to get his hands up. And I think that would have been dangerous if he got a little bit. He's trying to do the up and down and up and over. Back underway of Davis, right-hand side. Riedewald with it. Slides it over. Hoover. Brooks. He's gone back to the right-hand side. Dobson running with him. Brooks just continues to go, gains about 40 yards, and it passes it forward to O'Hare. O'Hare to Brooks. Brooks draws it back. Hoover running forward. 20 yards out. Tackle there. Dobson got the tackle, but the ball just dies, and it goes back onto their feet, and it's still with Sheffield United. Bindon, he's searching for options. Riedewald, middle of the pitch, 35 yards out, searching. Nobody stepping out on him, so he goes to the left-hand side. Burrows, Riedewald, back to Bindon, over to Kaganga. Right-hand side, Brooks running towards the middle, 25 yards out into the area. It's loose there. O'Hare grabs it, still loose. Left footer. Ogonkwo save. As Bamford probably didn't get on it what he wanted to get on it, and it was a left foot muffin cannon himself that goes right to the feet of Ogonkwo. W&G reporting Leicester missed a penalty. Now 2 points out of the playoffs as it sits, with Southampton winning and Hull and us sitting on draws as we approach the second half. Bounced off of Viner's noggin, goes out to the left-hand side. Too heavy, extra time, just the solitary minute. Just get to the half, recycle. And let's look for second half with some quality that's still on the bench that can come out and get this thing done, right? RKO, Bamford look old and tired. I watched a little bit of him when he was with Leeds, and I always thought that he was a complainer, but that he had the effort. As he's on the ball right now, and watch him do something impressive right there. No. Curls, turns, left foot, misses the far side. He's not feeling it today, which is fortunate for us. But I always thought that, yes, he complained a lot, and yes, he was soft, but he worked hard. And I don't see that same effort, whether that's a today thing or whether that's just an old age thing or whether that's just where he sits. But there's the whistle. It's the end of the first half. Uneventful, fortunately, given the nature of how the game went. But I guess we take 0-0 and we reframe for the second half. Was that a snooze fest? Are we happy to be at 0-0 at the half? Considering, Brendan, what's your take on a pretty uneventful first half?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's uneventful. We looked bad. If they were better finishers, they look like they're all hitting muffin cannons there. Not one shot was struck cleanly, for the most part. And they should have 2 or 3 goals at least. So
1.4 xG to the 0.38. So hey, that's a 0.38 advantage over our first half on Tuesday. So we are into it a little bit with at least something. But I hear you. 1.4 on the xG, 10 shots for them to our 6, 4 on target. They've missed 2 big chances. We've missed 1. Corners are 6-2. And touches in the box are 20-8.
They have a whole game's worth of offensive opportunities, and they haven't scored. So,
yeah, Scott saying, I can't believe we still have a clean sheet. And that was what I was nervous about, was the announcer's jinx with about 4 minutes left in the half being like, Wrexham with a clean sheet away from home, have to be happy with that. DeAndre's like, the team has no situational awareness. And Mardi Gras says, the team's just trying to get our save count up. And so I guess, yeah, they've had 4 shots on target. And so,
yeah, this is the rope-a-dope. We look as bad as possible, and then they come out with no urgency, and then we
in the second half, and we turn it on.
Yeah,
make our subs, and we're laughing, and we start rolling.
We have seen this where we look like 2 completely different teams sometimes between first half and second half.
But I find that's when we're chasing too, though, and players and teams are more willing to set back. They're not going for it. They're holding lead, right? And so that allows us to get on the front foot a little bit. I don't know if we've seen it in a 0-0 or a 1-1 draw where we've come out in a second half and really turned it on.
Fair.
So, I mean, we will get the chance to test that theory to see if the hypothesis holds. But, yeah, not a lot of this one to talk our way through. I kind of went through the stats already. Oh, they just added to the XG to 1.49 with an 11th shot that just came in. So, I mean, if you look at it that way, they are 4 times more likely to score a goal based on XG than we've been in the first half, and really, other than the Hyam offering, or sorry, not the Hyam offering, the cross that went to Lewis LOB. Did we have another opportunity?
No.
We had the Windass hopeful spin and thump that didn't thump, and we had the chip shot from Windass. Was it Windass on the left-hand side? I can tell you that in a second. Trying to go to the roof, it was. We got a 0.04 xG for that. His shot was a 0.17, and the missed header by O'Brien was just a 0.09 on the xG. So not a lot in it at all. Jump into the scoreboard as things start to wrap up at the half. Fortunately for us, Sheffield, they're still going, but in the first half, 6 minutes of added time. But I'll take a draw. I mean, they've got 10 of them. It'd be better if they could find one more and pull out a win. That'd be something else. Maybe they can get to 0 points for the season after their massive deduction. We've only managed to gain 13 points of the 18-point deduction back. Leicester City trying to get out of relegation. Portsmouth behind by 2, and if you're Leicester and you're on 1 point, you're looking at that game against Watford with an opportunity both to put Watford out of it, just knock them out, and then really you're just left with Derby County, who won earlier today over Brum. Brum's done, 53 points. Certainly that's got to be done, right? You're not getting up to making 10 points up with games that are left. I jinxed it. Oh no, I did jinx it. Fuck. I jinxed it.
You were really good at that, by the way.
I don't know how and why I do those things. I thought it was at the half. It's not on my scoreboard yet. There it is. McBurney scores 45 and into 6 minutes of the 6th minute of added time in the first half. Bugger me.
If you let us, I'll have a cereal. the Lucky Charm?
Yeah, you can have Lucky Charms. Can you go bump Mama?
Yeah. If you don't this say, Mom, can I have cereal?
Can you just go bump Mom? She'll help you. Go tap Mama. Close the door, please.
Dad, I got a Halloween trick in my basket.
Okay, well, Mom can help you with that. I'm busy.
In my Halloween.
Okay, bye. The time change not happening. When is the time change in the UK?
It's coming up because next week is back to 10 o'clock games as opposed to 11 o'clock East Coast time. So
okay, so it's later start.
It could be tonight. They usually do what, Saturdays going into Sundays or something. So maybe it's tonight over there for them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And next season I'm going to have to readjust because we won't be shifting our clocks where we are anymore. So they'll be shifted around us, and I haven't done the math to find out if that means it's an hour earlier and it's 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock starts. Because I hope that's not the case. Because if they have a 3 a.m. start, I'm even more screwed. I'd probably just have to stay up through the night. We'll see how that all boils down next. We'll worry about that for next season. I don't even know how, like, there's nothing to take away from this to even talk about. I guess we could talk about what changes we potentially make, but there's nothing really to talk about as far as opportunities. Nothing's sort of, Derby's got the win. Hull City's up on Sheffield Wednesday, thanks to my big mouth. Southampton's thumping the hell out of Oxford United. Like, this is lining up that we're desperate for 3 points. Like, there's no if, ands, or buts about it. You're looking around and you're not getting help. You've got to go and do your thing. And desperate times, the door seems like it's closing a little bit. And that's concerning. The only way is to slap a door jamb in it and hold the damn thing open by potting one and coming up with something. So do you see changes at the half to try and get on the front foot a little bit? Or are we looking at 58th, 63rd minute type changes? And can we expect those from Parkey? He did it last game, but will he do it again?
I mean, he has done a couple of halftime switches, and we don't know. Like, we presume that the Viner one was because he was trash. And then he did what Windass came on, I believe, or there was another halftime one. I don't know if he does Broadhead for Windass now. I don't know that there's anyone else I'm desperate to get off that's playing like garbage that we have a sub for. So yeah, I don't know. I'd give them at least 10 minutes run before I'd start subbing.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there. I mean, I would take, if you bring Rathbone in and take Viner off and slap LOB in the holding mids, that's probably the only change I would take. I'd love to see Rathbone out there buzzsawing about, but we'll see where it's at. Looking forward just to next week. Easter weekend. It's already Easter weekend. Is that right?
Seems early.
It is
not even in next week's still March.
Well, how come I've got next batch of games is April 3rd?
Because you're a mess.
Am I a mess? Is that right?
I don't know.
I'm at the championship matches, and the next matches that I have is April 3rd. Is there a week off because of the international break? That's what it is. It's the Wales Bosnia match, which maybe we look at covering that one. Wales Bosnia Thursday, March 26th. Yeah, that's international break next week. So that's on me. So we're going to have a week off here. And then Easter week, Millwall on the road to Middlesbrough on Friday, April 3rd. Preston, Leicester City, Portsmouth. So that's of the big matches on Good Friday. They're all on Friday. 4:30 a.m. start, and then we have a 7 a.m., 3 p.m. kickoff. So maybe we look to do a doubleheader on Good Friday. We'll talk about that one. And do we jump on, you guys in the chat, did you want me to see if we can cover the Wales, Bosnia, and potentially the Wales in either Italy or Northern Ireland game? Because I would love for Wales to qualify knowing that their World Cup home opener would be Canada in Toronto. That would be a ton of fun. I'd lose my freaking mind. But yeah, 2 weeks off after this one. Wednesday, tomorrow for the women, Wednesday for the women, and then they'll play next week. So Deandra will be the only Wrexham show in town for the big match during the international window, and that's probably why they're doing it at the Kairos.
I would want to highlight Deandra too, so I think this is a good move by Wrexham.
I appreciate it. Yes, the scheduling they've done a wonderful job of making sure Deandra gets the pedestal that she deserves. So make sure if you're itching next week, do Wales. All right. I'll have to check my schedule, but because it's a Thursday, just to make sure everything's open. But Wales versus Bosnia-Herzegovina, Cardiff City Stadium. Need 2 wins to make it to the World Cup. Unless Iran gets booted from the World Cup. We don't know what's going on with that one. I'll do the Wales match, and if they win that, when is the next round? World Cup qualifiers for the second round. It's on the Tuesday, the 31st. I'll write it down. It's going to be tough to do Thursday and Tuesday, but we'll see what we can squeak out of it. It'd just be impressive to do it, especially if, Brendan, if you're still down doing World Cup games. You take the U.S., I'll take Canada. If somebody else wanted to jump on too and pick up another club, we could do some watch-alongs during the World Cup. I'd be happy to self-produce if that makes it easier so we don't go through a crazy heavy load.
Deandra has to do, what's that, Curacao?
Curacao?
Is it Curacao? Curacao, yeah.
Deandra, you down for that? Somebody else want to jump in? Happy to make ourselves available. Oh, Deandra wants to do the Netherlands.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Well, of course she picks a powerhouse team. Yes,
yeah. I see.
That's who I associate myself with.
Self-produced, you can't. Well, we'll figure it out. Oh, Curacao, yes. Okay, so she's up for at least one, maybe two.
Yeah, Curacao, like, I don't know, 20 miles from her, 30 miles, something like that.
I haven't done the distance. Deandra would have to let us know. But yeah, if people have ever thought they want to jump in, hey, we'll open it up. I guess it would take their evening games, so it becomes a little bit easier for me to help out on doing that sort of stuff. But we can figure it out. I'm volunteering myself, and I haven't talked to my wife yet. She'll understand. It's the World Cup. She's from South Yorkshire. The players making their way back on. Thank God. Let's just get back to some football and make it a little bit more exciting. Don't see anybody on the pitch who wasn't on the pitch previously yet, which usually the camera person likes to focus on. So it looks like it's going to be the same thing. So that just to run through the Easter week games, we've got West Brom. Millwall has Middlesbrough. Ipswich Town has Southampton. Hull City has Oxford United. Derby has Coventry. And so as far as the teams around us, other than the Hull City game, everybody's playing a top team except for us. So that makes this one, you win here, and you look at next week as assert yourself. So go and find something. Get some fire in the belly and take care of Sheffield United in South Yorkshire. Dirty, worn-down city that it is. Break it down. I'll say good things about Sheffield Wednesday. I won't say good things about Sheffield United, but that's just due to family desires. So, the opportunity here on a long ball, and the pass gets through to Sam Smith, left footer. Scores! Flag up. How did the flag go up? I want to see that one again. That was Windass. No No complaint.
He looked
He
off.
knew immediately. Show me the replay. Because just from where the ball was, it looked like he was like he's ahead there, and I get that, but that's not going to tell me anything. Yeah, and the broadcaster's saying the same thing. That's not going to tell us anything from the tight angle. I just thought that he was faster. Yeah. So 0-0. Offside, Windass. And why did I think Sam Smith? Because I wasn't paying attention because it came out of nowhere. But hey, there's maybe a little bit of jump. Hopefully not a wake-up call for them that we could still be in it. Show me the replay on the wide one.
Can you yell out, what time do you have?
46:20 coming up right now. 46:25 right now. And they've come forward with an opportunity. Right foot, Ogonkwo, and it goes wide to the left-hand side. Just missing there from Hammer. Show me the replay. Go to VAR. Why do we get 2-3 replays of the Hammer opportunity and you don't show the... You need to put the time up. I'm assuming it's up now, yeah?
Yeah.
47 minutes and 5 seconds if you need it. As it's slapped back to Davis, who's collected on his foot and pumps it forward to Burrows. Left foot, long ball, searching for nobody. Left there, Hyam's going to play it back gently to Ogonkwo, who always makes me nervous. What the fuck? Ogonkwo just thumps it out of bound. It's on like Donkey Kong. I'm disappointed that we didn't get that shot because I'll be honest, as Windass didn't complain, but then that's not really his style. But I honestly thought that he just was outrunning the defender. And it's one of those ones where the ball that comes forward hits the ground. And whenever the ball skips off the ground like that, it's sort of up for 50-50 ball. And he had the pace and was onto it. O'Hare into the area.
He is often offsides. And I know occasionally he wants to blame others for not sending him in the timing, but it looks like it's his fault most of the time.
Big shout for a penalty there from Brooks, but I don't think there was a penalty. He had the opportunity, he stabs, and he gets cleared out afterward by Dobson. Yeah, he got cleared up pretty good in the box. But had the shot free and clear away and missed it. Goal. Brooks scores anyway. 1-0. I don't know what happened because I was watching the replay. Came back and all you see is Brooks running away from the far post as it beat Ogonkwo, and so we'll have to watch the replay to see what happens here. But 1-0 for the bad guys. Fuck.
Shitty camera work.
Yeah, it didn't show the replays of the offside. This one, so Brooks collects it, turns, slides it forward, and it's deflected. Ogonkwo makes the save, and nobody comes back. I don't know how there's criticizing Ogonkwo for not palming it away. Bamford with a bullet shot, he just gets his hands up and saves it, and then it goes right to the wide side, and only red jerseys coming forward, no white jerseys, and it's Brooks right there to be able to chip it in on the near side.
I am often very critical of him knocking it out when he should be able to control the deflection better or catch it. I'm not sure that I would blame him on that one.
No, I don't. I think that's a bullet that all he can do is stab.
Yeah, not to me. He's looking into the sun as well. I mean, the shadow's like very close.
They come again. Brooks inside shoulder and it gets kicked out and should take. Oh, it's going to be a corner. Brooks has come out on fire. Woody says that's all she wrote for the season.
He's reverse jinxing. He's trying to counter Shaun's energy.
It's a slow roll to get this corner going. lining it up.
It's a weird spot for the field to be shit, right on the edge of the box on the far side there. Weird.
Left-footed in-swinger being served up by Burrows.
Why would you possibly be at the 15-minute mark, you're up 1 goal, start stalling? This is ridiculous.
Well, this is on the headmaster now having another lecture here with Bindon and Cleworth again. And Bindon puts his forearm into... It's the same thing. Bindon puts his forearm into Max, and Max sits there and shelters him with both of his arms. It's not... I've seen way more pushing, but wants to be the boss, does he? Far side, knocked down. Brooks gets his foot on it, turning. O'Hare grabs it, left foot, blocked. And it's thumped and cleared. And that's Windass on full run, trying to get the inside, and goes back to Davis, and nothing there. John, perhaps we're not aware there's another half to this pitch. Bamford chests it down. Viner knocks it free. Bamford's able to collect. Left-hand side, Hamire. Moving forward 35 yards into the box, 20 yards. O'Hare spinning, turning, goes to the left-hand side. That's got to be Burrows, I think. I can't see his number, but I'm just going from guesstimate on size. Slides it over. Hoover's moved all the way forward, dancing around, and is scooped up over top. Was that deflected? Goal kick, they say. I thought that. John saying, I still feel the mojo for this last run of form can be laid at the choices we made for Chelsea. I know people don't agree, but that was the turn. We've got nothing in the midfield. Yeah, I mean, it's either that or it's just attrition.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of a coincidence, I think. I don't think there was...
I mean, the reality is we're running the same guys out every single time with really no reprieve. Smith...
Well, our midfield sucks. It's lacking, and they didn't address it with Viner.
Viner sliding through, misses the pass there, comes loose to Kabore. Can he get there? He gets deflected out, and Kabore's got to do some work, and it gets knocked out. He goes to ground trying to turn it into a free kick, but it'll just be a throw-in. Oh, come on, lads.
Well, linesman called it for Wrexham, and then the referee overruled him.
We need a third period for a comeback. Brooks sliding through the middle. So much confidence for them. Free kick there. Brooks all over the back of Lewis O'Brien. Thomason, nice ball forward. Smith get there. Left footer draws it forward. Right foot scores! Josh Windass. No celebration. Calm as you like. Gorgeous ball forward. Sam Smith grabs it. Doesn't have an option. Slides it over to Windass, who's right there. Calmly, coolly collects it. Smith draws it back. Defender loses Windass. Not there for the cutback passes. Windass wisely running hard and then just lays up for it and pots it in.
Great work by Smith to get that back to him.
That was brilliant by Smith to recognize that he was laying up to free up space with the defender. Brilliant of Windass to slow down just enough to free up that space. And then a nice calm pass and an even cooler delivery into the side of the net. And
was that Thomason with the weighted pass? That was a hell of a...
The pass was epic, and I didn't know if it was Thomason or Doyle, to be fair.
Thomason, I think.
Switches on. Kabore trying to get there before it goes out. Just ekes out in front of it. Heavy touch, but it's collected. Is that
Woody
Windass?
Didn't work. Woody, tell us we're still going to give it up.
Season's over for sure, right? LOB has Doyle. Gives it to him. It's too flat and too close, and Brooks just slides out in front, and here they come on the counter. It's a 3-on-2. Dobson busting his butt to get back there. Oh, that's a yellow. Yeah, straight to the pocket. Yeah, all right. I know. Just right through the back. That's a professional foul. And Bamford's still rolling on the ground. Oh, actually didn't even go through the back. He got him on the front. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay.
Sorry, that's some serious faking going on.
It is some more serious faking. I mean, but it's Bamford. It was a smart play. You take the yellow. You do your thing. He took it, and Dobson, as soon as it happened, got up and was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a yellow. I got it. And RKO, yep, he knew. He was like, oh, I know I had to. So dangerous spot here. Ogonko will be called upon.
Yeah, it's into the sun, which is dangerous.
Hamar with it. Only 2 in the wall. 34 yards out. It's scooped up. Comes free to Brooks. We've got a player on the deck. Smashes off of a head. And did we call offside? Flag is up. Or we could just call him Whamford.
That's good.
I'll take it. Ogonko forwards on, bounces around. Smith able to knock it over. Thomason cross. Oh, it was there and it was missed by the defender. And Kabore is going to collect it 6 yards out. He's looking for the cross. Dangerous, headed out. There's more jump, more moxie with us, but we're also getting opened up to counterattacks. But I'll take this. The Wrexham fans, you can hear them in full voice now. Slid over to the left-hand side. Thomason on his side of the halfway line looking for options, doesn't like them. And so he's looking to curl back, doesn't like those options. And so he's just going to flick it forward to the corner and leave it for Lewis O'Brien to run on. And Davis is going to grab it and pick it up and collect it. Next year is going to be tough because a lot of teams are going to have parachute money. The 3 coming down, maybe that everybody going up is are new players that don't have parachute money. And it's going to make it even more difficult.
Well, 8 teams in the playoffs too, though. They all the way up to 8. You know, 8.
Yeah, 6 teams in the playoffs.
6 in the playoffs, but all the way up to the 8th spot. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Opportunity there onside, but Taganga heads it away. Windass is going to run and collect it. A little bit of heavy touch, and he's got to scramble around. He's got Dobson running over on the left-hand side. He's going to use him as a dummy. Now he gives it to him. Sorry, Thomason. Thomason grabs it back to Windass. Doyle was there, and the kind of malfunction at the junction as to who was going to take it. And now it's a Sheffield United counterattack. 4 players running forward. We've got defenders scrambling back. It's O'Hare over on the left-hand side. We've got back and formed some shape. And now they're going to curl and have to settle down and look to try and pick us apart. Hammer, right-hand side. Hoover slides all the way forward from his right back position. Hoover slides it to the middle. Nobody there. Bad pass behind everybody. And it's collected there by Peck. Peck over to the right-hand side. Hoover, he's going to cross, knock down, scramble ball, cleared. Sam Smith taking on Taganga, bounces free. Oh, that's a yellow. It's got to be a yellow. That's the Dobson foul. That's the Dobson foul. That's the Dobson foul. What's the difference? Smith is free and clear. He's battled his way through. Then he gets pulled down. No yellow for Taganga. I don't know how that's not given. Sheffield United cross into the box. Knocked down by Dobson. LOB is able to jump in front of Riedwald right there.
That is maybe the worst call I've ever seen.
Non-call, you mean, yeah? Not given the yellow, you mean?
No, they didn't give Wrexham the ball?
Oh, yeah, they didn't give us the ball.
He grabbed on to...
He must have said it was on. It must have said it was on Smith. They called it on Smith. They called it on Smith. You're right, RKO. They called it on Smith. Smith had a good argument.
He's not allowed to run while the guy's holding on to his...
Well, he's got a free kick here, and a yellow card's coming out for Riedwald. So maybe that's a makeup call on LOB. Riedwald with a yellow, and we'll get one. I think too far away. Riedwald just got into the legs of LOB, blasting through. Against Crew, the opposition player literally got a red for that. I guess saying we initiated the contact and threw him off, and that's why he had to grab us, is because we were the aggressor. That's not what I saw. I saw that was just a battle between two players going after the ball. And the little man overpowers Taganga, the big bully that Sam Smith is, just straight muscle.
The LOB one was not a yellow. The other one was.
Yeah. Dobson, hard ball, had it up, and that goes straight out. Goal kick. Oh, no, gave us a corner. Taganga got his head on it. Scott asking for some Rathbone. I don't disagree. The Wrexham chants are loud right now, overwhelming the Blades supporters. Dobson making his way over to the spot. Right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side, the near side on your TV screen. Arms are up. Here comes the service. Do a thing for me, please. Right foot, far post. Too heavy. Can't get saved. Just goes out. Wasted. Frank Corey. I feel referees call fouls according to some personal arbitrary criteria rather than going by the book. Well, I've been saying it since the start. I don't know what the standard is. We're now at the 62nd, 63rd minute. I still don't know what the standard is. Broadhead standing. Pass forward, collected by Windass. Kabori's coming over on the right-hand side for support. Windass driving 25 yards out, drawn back and reset. Cleworth towards Dobson in the middle. Nope, it's hooked over to Kabori. He's got it. That's not Windass. Yes, it is. Windass with support. Bangs it off the body. It's going to go out, and we'll take a corner. Tell me Thomason should be taking corners without telling me Thomason should be taking corners from John. Just needed to be a little bit lighter. I didn't mind the angle. I didn't mind it was just a little bit too heavy. Like, it was close to being really dangerous. LOB, left-footed in-swinger from the far side. Service is up towards the far post. Couldn't get the head on it, and it's going to come free. Thomason's going to scramble to try and collect, and he does. Knocks it back. Thomason shoots it forward. There's Doyle. Throws it in. It's loose. Viner puts it up. And is that staying in for us? It is. It's collected there by Lewis O'Brien, who took the corner over on that far side, and the cross is over into the area. Sam Smith gets up, can't get to it, and it's freed out, and Hammer gets it. Deflected free. Riedwald thumps it down the pitch. Dobson back there. He clears it, and it's going to go out for a throw-in for Sheffield United over on the left-hand side. Sheffield United substitution. Riedwald, the yellow card. He's going to call it a day. Coming in, Tom Davis, the midfielder. Tom Davis, only 305 minutes played. Previously from Everton. It's now into his second season here of 3 with Sheffield United. And I guess a disappointment. 3 starts, 8 matches, 0 goals, 0 assists, and a 6.48 Fought mob rating. You compare that to Riedwald. Riedwald's got a 6.85 Fought mob rating. Who had Sheffield United first on the bingo card? Wait, all of us? Everybody's making it difficult for us, Deandra, today. Nobody wants to get on board with just helping us out a little on the out-of-town scoreboard. Cleworth has it. 65th minute is here, so we know subs are coming. We just got to wait for our turn as Davis collects it. 3-1 Hull. RKO laughing at John's commentary. Slid over. Brooks is going to grab it. Doyle's over on him. Battle through the midfield. Doyle deemed to be a little bit too grabby as Brooks goes down soft. Okay, we got to wait at least 2 more minutes. Player just hit the deck there on his own accord, and the fans are screaming for a foul. But that's the issue with the standard is anytime somebody goes to the floor, you almost expect there to be a call.
Not the right one, just a call.
Just a call. Hoover gets it up to Brooks. He's 18 yards out, working in the corner, and they're screaming at him because he's having his jersey held. So everything's up and everything's suspect, and that's what happens. Never apologize, John. Never apologize. Right foot blocked. Skews free over to Dobson, who's going to turn and curl and then slide it over to Windass, who's there in support, gets it back to Doyle, and Doyle is going to give it away. But a horrible touch, and we might get this back. No, we don't. Peck with it, right-hand side, advancing forward, leaves it for Brooks, 20 yards out, into Peck. Peck's in the box, cleared off of him. Nice little tackle there. I think that's Thomason, and he's going to try and chip it, and he just gives it away. Hoover's there, slides it forward to Peck. This is all Sheffield United now, and I don't like this. Back to the substitute. Davis, right side, Brooks has it. Hoover's with him, slides it over, looking for something into the box, and it's knocked down there. Can we get a touch and a clear? It gets banged out, and we'll get a goal kick. John, that's his legal expert advice. 67th minute, Parky. Anytime now. Anytime. Especially when you've come through a series of pressure like that. Let's change it up a little bit. Cleared down. Doyle mistouches the first, has to make a tackle on O'Hare. At least disrupts enough that it allows for jerseys to get back in defense. This is with Brooks over on the right-hand side. He had himself a crap first half, and he's been everywhere in the second. Touched free. Nice, missed pass to Bamford, or he would have been free and clear. And now we've got a counterattack on the option. It's played forward for Kabore. It's 3-on-2, but they've got jerseys coming. We go faster, not at all. Kabore towards the goal, right foot. I thought he was gonna take a shot. He tried the cutback pass to Lewis O'Brien. Should have just had the hammer on goal. Missed touch, but collected there. And then another missed touch, gave it away. Dobson collects it, slides it over. Viner has it. He's going to advance it forward. Cleworth up. Kabore now. He's got LOB as an option. Are we doing a switch? We're going to draw it back and rebuild. Hyam plays it forward. Cleworth heavy touch, but Viner's able to collect it. Switch! Going to stay on the right. Offside, I think. No flag goes up. Sharkey with the call out. We must get 3 points. I do not disagree. And Kapore's afraid to shoot. I mean, that was the option, wasn't it, John? Does anybody think that Bamford with it inside the area. He gets held up. He's being grabbed. He's going to go to ground and try and draw a foul. Shrugs off his defender, frees it up to Hamer. Hamer punts it through and misses the pass. Goal kick for us. 69th minute. Parky. Mike Tuch hasn't been lucky, though. Like, that's the issue. John Parky, you going to actually use that firepower on the bench? I mean,
one big line change.
Freed down. Ogonko is going to go and collect that outside of the area. Oh, it stays in the area, so we'll wait for somebody to make an approach and scoop it afterwards. We'll go with the Wickham Wanderers, Tuch. Dobson does everything in his power to keep that in play, but just left it there to be served up, and it's given away as Doyle heads it back the other way. Dobson cuts in front, but he was offside, so he lets it roll, and it's going to go out for a goal kick unless that's a corner. He touched the ball. Good call. O'Brien working his butt off. Dobson keeps it in. Bad pass up. Now we got a player down, injured. And LOB on Hoover just goes forward, knocks the ball off of his back heel and takes the corner. And Hoover's sitting there going like, oh my God, my foot hurts. That's why I messed up. This is one of those football
stalling. They're already stalling. Come on.
Football gods reward hard work, right? Right?
There's no way his foot's hurt.
Oh, I recognize that. But this is LOB's hard work. Dobson going far post. It's loose, punched out. And it's going to be Kabore is going to collect. Still lots of kit in the box. Over to the far side. Doyle can't get it. Well, he got it, but he missed far to the left-hand side. 72nd minute, and we've got subs. Oliver Rathbone, the man with many children now, having been forced to take on Mark Griffith's child. The referee telling us to hurry up? Yeah, Windass looks pissed going off.
He always does.
Hoover off. And I missed who came on. Let's go, Ollie. Broadhead for Viner. LOB slides back. 2 subs. So they've only got 2 more, one window left and 2 players to sub at the 72nd minute. We've got 4 players on the bench and 2 windows left. Have my children, Rathbone. Davis, 72 minutes, 45 seconds gets us back underway. 18 minutes plus added time to go. And it's headed back. And is Smith going to get there? He's not. It's cleared away. Long ball up through the middle. Hyam knocks it back forward. Nice first touch by Sheffield to be able to knock that down and get it over to Brooks over on the right-hand side. Kabore up against the goal line. Nice little play there to get around his man, going on a run down the right-hand side, makes 30 yards, continues to go, backing everybody up. Now you need options. Tries to beat his man, gets held up, stares at the official, no call. It's a decent tackle to be completely fair, and now we got somebody on the ground winded from the massive collision with Kabore over on the right-hand side. Right-hand side, that's a sub. Ogbene, who came in for Hoover, I believe. Ogbene taking on Thomas and pushes him to ground. Free kick for us. Broadhead is not on. The only sub that we've had was Ollie coming in. Doyle staring, directing, waiting to get the restart. There it is, left foot down the line, searching for Sam Smith. Knocked out. Takanga. He hasn't looked that solid defensively. Safe, I guess, but I think he had position there with a smaller Smith behind him. I think he could have tried to do more. He just took the easy option, knocked it out. The women don't act as much. God bless them, right? 100% agree. Viner, long throw. Give us a Tozer flashback, sir. Long throw, near post, headed on and advanced forward, headed out. Viner, far post, headed up, knocked down, offside. Another thing I forgot to say, shout out to Harry Ashfield. He's going to make his debut with the Welsh U21 side. Well earned. John Lane. I don't mean to be that guy, but Rodriguez warming up? I didn't see that, to be fair. Desperate times, search for desperate measures. We need 3 points. Like, at some point here, it's going to be time to go for it. Knocked down. Thomason. Smith took the ball off of him, got it to Thomason, gets the return pass. He's running backwards, slides it back over to Thomason. He's got 4 players around him. Somebody get open. Doyle's going to collect that up, chip it forward to LOB. Hard pass. He gets pushed in the back. No call from the official there. But that one is. What's the difference, sir? What's the difference, sir? I guess not an effective dive. Tom Davis, the man who went down there. See, it's interesting. Tom Davis, only 300 minutes played. Like they're into, we've got strength on our bench that's still sitting on our bench, and they've subbed in players that haven't played much this season. Ogbene's the most experienced of the bunch with 800 minutes so far this season. Tom Davis has 300. Arblaster, he's got a 6.0 FOTMOB rating. He's only played 657 minutes. Like, now's the time to go. Viner, over to Kabori, over on the right-hand side. Smith is there. Viner's there. Into the area. Did he take a shot? Oh! That is gorgeous! Kabori to Smith, headed into the back of the net out of nowhere. I was like, he's going to shoot this, and instead he lays it up beautifully for an absolute torpedo header by Sam Smith, and it's 2-1 to the good guys. What the flying hell happened there? Holy. I thought
he's been working his ass off all game. I'm glad he got one.
I thought from the angle that was a shot on goal and was impressed that he was taking it. And then you see Sam Smith out of nowhere all by himself. He leapt at the 6-yard box and ended up sliding into the goal after he headed it in. Gorgeous. Took power. Late season Disney magic. Woo, baby. That is huge. Now let's not hold. Let's build. They've used their windows. They've got less quality on there. Let's make some subs to get some fresh legs on, and let's keep the foot to the floor. Ooh, that's going to be, is that a yellow card?
It was close, John Lane. He made his run just as Kabori was striking it. It was interesting.
Oh, I don't think it was offside. He timed that run as perfectly as you could get it timed. Most of you will forget that Kabori made that happen. I will remember. The power of the toque compels you. It got deleted by the... I see it, Denise. It got nabbed by the all caps, but apologies to Kabori for talking smack. That was awesome, too. Not sure how that wasn't offside, but I'll take it. Subs! I'm trying to yell to South Yorkshire to get the subs in as Hammer standing over the ball. Some 38 yards-ish out. Lots of red kit. Standing 19 yards out. 10.5 minutes plus added time.
These guys are good at the overacting.
Back underway. Headed out and cleared. Arblaster grabs it. Draws it back. That goes all the way to Ogbene.
The referee alone wastes about 10 minutes of time talking to everybody.
Bindon knocks it down, secures it, gets it over to the right-hand side. Hammer drives it forward. Nice tackle there by Thomason, and we've got time to clear. Rathbone back over to Thomason, back to Doyle, and there's the left footer to knock it forward for Sam Smith. LOB has time to collect it. He's going to curl. He's being chased with the ball. He's still running 18 yards into a battle. Goes to ground, nothing given, shoulder on shoulder. And yeah, I'm okay with that not being a foul, to be completely fair. Oh, what was that? Doyle just gets dumped. Oh, don't tell me. And he missed. What the fuck was that? Did you see Doyle getting completely shoved?
Dude, I'm 20 seconds behind. I haven't seen anything yet.
Now Parky's in it with the official. I want to see that. Oh, and they show the other replay of the opportunity. Come on, you donkeys who were running the replay.
Doyle flopped.
Oh, Doyle flopped?
Yeah, it was a flop. I haven't seen him do that, but he tried to draw a call and the linesman noticed it was bullshit.
Well, Brooks has been interesting because he's been either all on or all off, and Doyle just got a yellow for protest afterwards.
He should shut the hell up because he was faking.
Well, they feel aggrieved. Last window used up by Sheffield. We still have 2 windows left, Parky. And you got 9 minutes. Now's the time to have fresh legs. What are we doing here? My God. Manage the game, please. You are correct. It's supposed to be only the captain that can protest, which is why they gave the card out. 476 minutes played for Tahith Chong, who just came in.
Woody's saying those are enough yellows to put Smith and Doyle out. Are they?
I haven't looked at the yellow card accumulation, to be completely fair.
That would be super stupid by Doyle.
Too bad it wasn't by days, because with the international window, you just cover it off, right?
How are you not killing time with a sub now? I mean, what are you doing?
You got 2 windows. Use them.
You got to do a sub now and then a sub in the extra time. Come on.
So is this a 37th match? So it's 10 yellow cards is what we're looking for? Just going to have a look here.
No, we're in the 38th or more.
39. Oh, yeah, 39th match. So no, it's 15 yellows. I think we're fine. We know what we are, sheep shagging bastards. We know what we are. Yellow cards. Oh, nowhere close. Ben Sheaf's got the most at 6. Dobson picked up his 7th. So we're fine. We're looking for 15 cards before the end of the year, before there's a yellow card accumulation suspensions. It gets knocked down 18-yard box. LOB was looking at it, faked the shot, didn't take it, and now it's past the Dobson, stolen by Brooks, and it's going to go the other way, knocked out, and it'll be a throw-in for Sheffield United on their side of the halfway. Subs! What, is he looking for like the bonus point for not having to use his bench? We beat you with our starters.
That's stupid by him. You got to. Why not waste time? It takes up at least a minute.
Doyle dancing all the way around, ends up losing it. Taganga with it. Ogbene to the one side, gives it to Smith Tom Davis instead. Tom Davis now midfield stripe, 84th minute. Still running the 10 of the 11 that started the game. Kabore towards the goal line, knocked out. It'll be a cross. A corner coming. Chang able to earn that one, banging it off of Kabore on the slide.
Get back.
Anytime. And you got 2 windows. So you're doing one now and you're doing one at 90.
That's why you got to break it up.
Like, let's go. Right foot in swinger. It's going middle of the pitch. Sam Smith just gets ahead on it. LOB chasing it down.
Good defense by Kabore on that one that he got out.
Brooks with it. Nice tackle. He's rolling around like he just got shot. Cleared out. Throw in Sheffield United. Midfield stripe. 22-year-old Andre Brooks. Been with Sheffield United throughout. Chong with it. Slides it back. Bindon to Ganga. I'm okay with a center back kickabout. 4 minutes plus added time. Still 2 windows in our back pocket. Chong slides forward. He's up against Kabore. I almost said Kabanga. Mixing up Kabore and Tabanga. What the hell happened there? Hammer with it. Slides it. Picked up and grabbed by Brooks, who's running over to the left-hand side. Chong now 18-yard box. Rathbone's on him, going towards 10-yard. Crosses there, headed! Wide to the goal. Wide open was Hamer in the middle of the box. Well, I think that's who that was. It could have been Ings. It was Ings. Gets the head on it, and Ogonko knew it was wide and just watches it go. Let the clock tick, 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 tick. Andrew, great manager, great at building a club and building a squad, brilliant tactician, horrible game manager. Can't beat me on that one. He's allowed his criticism, and I'm sorry. You're sitting here with 3 minutes of less added time and staring at 2 windows. All you have to do is manage the game and eat the clock by allowing for subs and just let the clock go. That's all it is. There's no reason not to do this. Unless you have such a banged up and wounded bench that you don't think that they can bring quality. But I'm hope it's bit us in the ass already once this season, potentially twice. You don't want the game management and the failures to do just the simple thing, to not bite you. I'm not saying get rid of them, because the rest of the stuff is superior. Yeah, that's all I'm saying is what RKO just said. And he's the right manager of choice. He's still got to do his thing. You got Broadhead available. You got Longman who can come in. You got Martyri who can run around like Smith. Just fresh legs is all I'm asking for.
No, I just want to waste time.
And take the minute off the clock.
I just want to waste time. Forget that.
Minute and a half plus added time. Sheffield United on the run, balls on the foot. Tom Davis, who's just basically covered 40 yards, 50 yards all by himself before he lays it off to Chong. 25 yards out, pushing towards the middle of the pitch. There's the cross, easily headed away and knocked down, and it's going to be Brooks who's going to come out and collect it 25 yards out. A minute plus added time. Tom Davis in the middle of the pitch. He's searching, he's curling, he's looking, he can't find options, so he goes over to the far right-hand side. It's sitting there now. Ogbene taking on his man into the area. It's laid back. Tom Davis misses up, over, looping to the far corner and missed it. Stop! Kill the minute! Bugger. No, nobody's even, like, all of our reserves are sitting there over near the goal line. Like, this is going to be... QPR. Playing the boots. Yes, Dave. So far, so good. What are we thinking for added time? 4?
Shouldn't be more than 2, but
there shouldn't be more than 2, but I think that's why they're going to flash 4. Knockdown opportunity here for us. Viner is going to lay it off for Kabore backwards. Kabore's got 3 men pressuring him. He's going to slide it back to Viner. Well done. Go to the corner. Lad on a run. Rathbone smashes it off of the head, and it's going to get collected by Lewis O'Brien. O'Brien now 18 yards out. He's got 3 men on him, loses the ball. Brooks collects it, frees it up, and Ogbene has it now, and he's going to lay it up. 4 minutes left, and Rodriguez is standing ready to come in. Advanced forward. Danger there. Malfunction at the junction. Ogbene has it. Dobson gets into the shoulder. You know what? That's the right call. It should be a non-call. It just goes out. It's a goal kick. He's allowed that shoulder on shoulder the whole game. And I said earlier on that there shouldn't be a foul for the shoulder on shoulder, and that's the exact same thing. And Ogbene goes down softer than wet paper towel. Smith off, and he's got the injury, so he's slow to get there. He's trying so hard, though. He's really trying, Mr. Official. He's just 91 minutes is too much to ask of the man. He'll get there.
Yeah, this should be Kalamat. This should be Bailey for Smith.
Yeah, more buzzsaw. I'm just happy there's a sub. And you know what? Now you line up another sub. Sorry. Just get another guy ready. I don't think he took a knock. I think that was just a milk. That was Sam Smith professionally exiting the game.
Well, someone has to manage time. Parkey isn't.
Santiago. Do you know why Parkey's never worked at Rolex? Because he can't manage time. Tukas to get a goal, not to keep a lead. John, don't jinx it. Tom Davis, he's looked good considering he hasn't had very many minutes, as that one gets headed down and Thomason just gets over and smashes it down the pitch, and Rodriguez is there. It bounces off of his head. Tom Davis is there. Rathbone beats him. Rodriguez frees it up to the side, trying to get Rathbone to run onto it. Viner has it. He's going to thump it down. Rodriguez getting asked on again. Can't get to that one, and Ogbene settles it down. Chang now, left-hand side. 92 minutes and 30 seconds of 4 minutes of added time. Hammer with it. He's going to go far side. Stabbed him from Stead. Here comes our blaster. Slides it over. Ogbene can't get there, and Thomason gets around him. Frees it up down the line. Instead of taking the throw in, just plays it down the pitch, and Tabanga has it. Taganga. Minute left. Chong now, 30 yards out, looking for the slide into the box. Hammer goes and collects it. He's curling around 6 yards out over against the far side. Chong now, 18 yards out, up against the line. It's crossed in. No red jerseys there. Cleared out right to Rathbone. He's going to thump it down and give it to Rodriguez. Put your head down, sir, and blast. Minute left. Taganga has Ogbene, leaves it for him and continues his run. Draws it back. Brooks has it. He slid it back. Bindon over the left-hand side. Chong now, 20 yards out. Time is ticking. Chong goes against Kabore, gets to the line. There's going to be a free kick. No foul. Interesting. Love that. Chong went down and milked it. I thought that Kabore got the foot in. Nope, didn't. Chong just trying to milk it. The referee had no time for it. How embarrassing is that walk back, sir? Last chance of the game, and you try to get the free kick on this 8 yards out over in the corner by flopping, and you don't get it. I see you, Parky, you brilliant man. Dave. Thump down, whistle, 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 whistle. Got to be the last chance. Hyam steps in front of his man, but doesn't get the ball, and it's freed out, and free kick given. Bamford tossing the dummy out the pram again. Blow the whistle down. We'll sing to a chorus of Patrick Bamford. Massive 3 points. Blow it down, sir. Taganga heads it down. Dobson puts it into the area. It's left there. Just have a crack. Rathbone swimming around. It's Davis now. He's going to try and put it. It's been a minute of extra time. Just blow it. He's got the whistle to his mouse. There's the whistle. 3 points on the board, baby. Holy farfanugan. The Took magic worked. All of Woody and John's anti-jinx behavior. Oh, we're taking shots at others. Hey, I'm all for the criticism of Parkey. This could have easily gone the other way, and we could have sat there looking at the subs. It didn't. And I'm not saying sub the guy, but he's got to have a wake-up call when it comes to the use of the bench. We shouldn't have a window remaining. There's absolutely no reason for it. But I'll celebrate the win. That's what matters. Because we got 3 points. Brendan, summarize that one for us.
We did what we hoped we would, which is come back when it didn't look like we were in the game. We definitely played a lot better. A lot of good opportunities. Thompson was huge. Kabore played well, and Smith was a maniac running around in there. A lot of good play by a lot of players.
That was, I mean, the first half, something's got to happen maybe to get a little bit more fire and brimstone, a little bit more desire out of the boys in the first half, because it was a second game in a row of first half question marks, but rescued. I still would like to see that original offside, because once the highlights are out, I'm probably going to jump to that one just to have a look, because yes, it was sort of shocking coming out of the half to have that one called back from Windass, because we weren't really expecting a goal within the first minute. But I legitimately thought that he was onside for that one when it went in. I just thought that he had a better run and kind of caught the defender off guard. I could be wrong, but I'd like to have a look at that one. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. You saw an absolute beauty from Kabore serving it up for Smith. And then you've got the Windass goal to add to it. Just got the job done. Maybe not the most beautiful effort ever, but got the job done. And that's what they've done more often than not. It's why when they look at expected goals and excuse me, how many points we have based on the quality of play that we've had, that we're like 9.4 points ahead of where they would expect us in the table. We've been efficient, and that's been the consistent theme going forward. And as it sits right now, we're tied for the last spot and behind by 6 goals on goal differential. And we've got that match with Southampton looming in the distance, and we've got Hull City that we're trying to chase. And so all options are there. If you sat at 61 points with now Derby County in 8th breathing down our neck, it's a scary situation. And a reminder, next week, I'll see what I can do about covering the Wales matches during the international break. So a week off for the Wrexham men, and then they come back, and the games that they've got is we are away to West Brom, I believe. I'll just double check that. Another away match to West Brom. You've got Middlesbrough and Millwall, and you've got Ipswich Town and Southampton. So those are big games. Points are going to be split some way or the other. You've got Hull City with an easy one against Oxford United. You've got Derby against Coventry and Southampton against Ipswich Town. So all of those matches featuring top teams except for Oxford. The only thing that concerns me about West Brom is they've been sort of hit or miss lately. Lots of draws, finding a way to eke out something. You go through their last run of games. They beat Bristol City today. They beat Hull City on Saturday. They drew Southampton. They drew Sheffield United. And then before that, they lost to Oxford United. They drew Charlton, and they lost to Coventry. So they've been better than their standings demonstrate so far. So not a gimme game by any stretch, but you'd like to think that we can take that there, and there will be points lost somewhere in the mix that could allow us to climb up the ladder. What are your thoughts going forward? Whoa, a fight at Watford and Leicester. Hands are being thrown. That's good news. Suspend everybody.
Those teams are somewhat out of it.
To clarify for Deandra, sorry, Brendan, I'm going to cover the international matches, and if Brendan can and produce and wants to, then all good. If not, I'll set it up on my own. I'll try desperately to do the Bosnia game, and see if I can eke out 2 days. I'd like to be able to do it, but I'm going to have to talk to the boss. For the World Cup, Brendan's nominated himself to cover those damn Yankees. I'm gonna represent and cover the righteous Canucks. And if you wanted to do the Netherlands or Curacao, if somebody wants to jump on and do Wales if they qualify, I might jump on and do some I hate to say it, but English games with my wife being from South Yorkshire. If somebody else does the Wales games, we'll figure it all out. But I'm there for using the platform over the summer. If you guys want it to be used in that capacity, let's do that. So Brendan, go ahead. Sorry.
You would ask me about the run-in, right? So again, like still trying to get to that 75 points in the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We need 3 wins and 3 draws and a loss.
I think 70. I think 73 will do it now.
It might be, but I want to stay focused on the 75.
Yeah.
So, say you draw with Southampton, you're going to need to beat probably Oxford, Birmingham, and Stoke, and then try to draw with Coventry and Middlesbrough.
And the advantage, so Coventry now 8 points clear with 7 games left. So you're looking at a maximum of 21 points. And as those games narrow down, highly likely that Coventry, at least, they've got their game today, by the way, starting in 15 minutes against Swansea. And so if they're able to jump that and get to 80 points, they're going to be 11 points clear of the playoffs. So they only need 3 wins and a draw out of the remaining 7 games to secure themselves. And that's assuming that no other points are dropped by Ipswich Town or Millwall. So a real opportunity that Coventry, when we play them in the second last match of the game, that game means nothing to them. Middlesbrough, however, on a bit of a drop. They drew today, so that makes it a loss and 2 draws in their last 3 games. And they're battling Ipswich, who's not doing much better. They've had 3 draws in their last 4. They haven't lost anything, Ipswich Town, but they're not gaining 3 points.
Yeah, but if Ipswich has it locked and Middlesbrough they're not going to care whether they're 3rd or 4th in the seeding. They'll probably just be resting players against Wrexham. So, I would think we might be in good position there.
But you Coventry's on the road, Middlesbrough's at home, and so you like our chances going forward with that one. I'm just going to jump into the chat to see if there's anything else that's there that I've missed. Southampton widens the game with a 2-0 win, increasing their goal differential. Cov will be league champs by the time we play that. And yeah, crazy that we're out, but we've got the goal differential on Hull City. I don't think we're going to make up 6 goals in the remaining 7 games on Southampton. That game that comes up on August 7th is massive. 6 points. Did I say August? April 7th. April 7th. That game against Southampton, April 7th, is massive. If we draw or lose, it's only Hull City that we can catch. If we win that, we have a real chance of still jumping ahead of Southampton. A reminder of their run-in. So they had Oxford United, they've got Ipswich Town, then they have us, then they've got Derby County, then they have Swansea, Bristol City, Blackburn, and Preston North End. So heavy through the next 3 games for them and lighter for the final 4. And so there's the goal would be
Southampton has some games. Derby, Swansea, Bristol, Ipswich.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Ipswich. The next 3, they've got Ipswich when we come back from the international break in 2 weeks, then us, and then Derby County, and they have Arsenal in there in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So they play those 4 games, basically Tuesday, Saturday for 2 weeks. So then they just go to the regular weekly programming for the last 4 games. But there's a real opportunity with attrition and otherwise that, Southampton, if we can get ahead of them before those last 4 games, we've got Stoke, they've got Swansea City, similar. Oxford United versus Bristol City. That I think would be advantage us. And then we have Coventry to their Blackburn, but Coventry could be not playing as hard. And then Middlesbrough to Preston North End to bring it all in. So I'm not willing to completely ship it to Southampton, but that game decides everything on the 7th of April. Tomorrow, don't. Cardiff City takes on Swansea at home. They beat them on the road. They're going to have them at home. We're hoping Swansea City does us a favor and knocks them back a peg. But then for us, we've got a Sunday and a Wednesday game. Not sure about coverage. I'll talk with Brendan offline and see what we can. I'll have to figure out what to do here as far as getting the women's one out there, because it's an important game against Swansea in that makeup. And Swansea, no joke, they've been playing well. So join us tomorrow with Deandra to watch that one against TNS and hope that we can hold and we can get Swansea City to break serve for Cardiff as they run that one in and try to get to Europe. What else do we add? It's a solid day. Do the double against Sheffield United. I think it was Deandra that reminded us of that one with the epic comeback in the previous game, number 23. And then you have another sort of late push and a 2-1 win here on the road in South Yorkshire. It's a beautiful day. RKO says, I think it's going to be Southampton are going to be the only team we can catch right now after looking at the future matches. Well, just to go through whole cities, I mean, they've got Coventry on the run, though, right? And then they've got a Sheffield United the week after. Is Sheffield United going to ship it now? They're sitting 17th. I think
they got Birmingham, too.
They're not in a relegation battle. So Sheffield United playing for pride. Then they've got Brum playing for pride, 53 points. I think they're out of it. Leicester City, who's going to be trying to do their damnedest to climb out of the relegation spot. They're 0-0, just wrapped up with Watford after whatever the handbags were. I'm curious to watch those highlights. They're a point back. So Leicester's going to be up for it. Charlton, who I think is safe from relegation, 48 points, likely to be safe, just shipping it. And then Norwich City, who have climbed from battling relegation, and kudos to them, all the way up to 10th. They're ahead of Brum. They're behind Watford. Do you look over your shoulder? I think there's enough runway for them with trying to catch these teams ahead of them. They're 9 points back. I think it's going to be hard for them. They'd have to go on a mass crazy run and see too many games dropped up ahead of them. But to be fair, if I'm looking at Watford and Norwich City and Brum, if there's going to be a club that's going to come out of that, it'd be Norwich to put pressure on late. But I don't see it now. But you never know. It's football. Crazy things happen. And I guess we'll be here for the last 7 games and cross our fingers and our toes. Jason's here tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. We did the double, kept pace with Southampton, and we can't be relegated. I'm with you, Deandra. As I said, the concern and the reason why I want to do it this year is also because next year the league gets remarkably tougher. As hard as the season's been this year, I know money's not everything, but you've still got clubs who are going to get another year of parachute money. And then you're dropping 3 more clubs into the mix who are also going to get that parachute money. It's going to make it tough. It's going to make it tough to compete. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it's the time to go for it, is when you've got more competition and eight teams that can qualify or make it in. So if the USA is permitted to compete in the World Cup, then the U.S. match boycott will keep viewership low. I haven't heard of a U.S. match boycott. I'll have to look out.
Bryn just likes to stir it at the most unopportune times. Just
Well, it is interesting to see if Iran can move its games to Mexico, is what they're talking about, which makes sense to me given the world circumstances. There's going to be some politics that influence things there. And whether that can be accommodated or not, or whether they're out. And if they're out, then I think it's Qatar that comes in next from the Asian League. Although somebody was saying, well, the FIFA can decide who they want. It doesn't have to be from the same conference. So they don't have to give an Asian club the spot, which then they were thinking Italy goes in. Well, then what? Italy takes Iran's spot. Does that mean that Wales, if would have to, they play a best out of 3 between Bosnia and Northern Ireland and Wales. So there's a lot going on here, but we'll see.
All right, let's just wrap this up. You're reading too much, and they're talking about nonsense. So.
I like the idea of a U.S. boycott. I don't know. I'll talk about it, but I get your point. 3 points on the board. We'll take it for Wrexham. It's a glorious comeback day when things were looking dark and gloomy, looking for Hull to slide out, and away we go. Much love and happiness. Enjoy it, and see you tomorrow for the women against TNS. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye.